An announcement is made about the future of Weddington Plaza, and a man who reached a plea deal in a Pike County rape case is arrested again in Lexington. I'm Robin Tillman, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. Governor Andy Beshear has announced a nearly $6 million investment to rebuild the Weddington Shopping Center in Coal Run, which was heavily damaged during this year's flooding. The project, led by Weddington Plaza partners, will help retain up to 300 local jobs and restore a key piece of the community's economy. The funds will go toward replacing damaged flooring, roofing, and electrical systems, rebuilding the flood wall, and improving security. About $1 million in cleanup and repairs has already been completed, and officials hope to have half the plaza reopened within a year. Beshear said the project is an example of Kentucky's resilience. Coal Run Mayor Andrew H. Scott also thanked state and local partners for securing the funding, calling the project a major step forward for recovery and economic growth in the region. A man who has been indicted in Pike County on a statutory rape charge reached a plea deal last year, which resulted in him serving only 30 days for a misdemeanor assault charge. Now he has been arrested in Lexington on charges of forcible rape and sodomy. Sheldon spoke with both the Pike County Commonwealth's attorney and the victim to get their reactions to the news.
A Lexington man, 42-year-old Cesar Rodriguez, is now facing first-degree rape and first-degree sodomy charges there after police said he entered a bedroom where the alleged victim was sleeping, pinned her to the bed, and forced her to engage in sexual intercourse. Prior to this, Rodriguez was found guilty in a separate third-degree rape case in Pike County last year after pleading to an amended charge of fourth-degree assault. The victim in that case talked with us Wednesday.
During that time, I felt like there was just this cycle of grooming and control and manipulation. And I just feel like what happened to me was minimized and overlooked, and excuses were made, despite a felony indictment.
Pike County Commonwealth's Attorney Bill Sloan explained some of the reasoning behind the plea deal.
So the accusation was that when the victim was 15, the defendant was 21, clearly would have been a crime, was a crime. The mother of the victim allowed this defendant to move in with her daughter, 15 years old. They had 2 children together, and they were eventually married. We learned a lot more about the situation, and we determined that most likely there's an ulterior motive here. And to be honest with you, we didn't feel like we could get a conviction based on those facts.
Morales was encouraged to attend the court hearing to share her side of the story.
My attorney had emailed me, and she encouraged me to go. She was like, Alicia, this is your time. This is your time to tell your story. And hopefully people will hear your story and not just the story that he's telling, because they only knew his side. They had never took the chance or time to listen to me and what actually happened.
Sloan said he realizes the old case is getting attention in light of Rodriguez's new charges.
Now, I know there's a lot of uproar or a lot of concern, the fact that he now has another charge. So we're talking about 22 years after the initial charge. The situation in this, I know nothing about that case other than what I read in the citation or the complaint. The situations are totally unrelated, for one, and they are not similar in any way to what we had dealt with here.
Morales said she's worried there may be others out there having gone through the same thing.
This is real crimes that really happen. These things truly happen to us. But now he's charged again with first-degree rape, first-degree sodomy. And it just proves that it's not just a one-time incident. I feel like that there are more victims.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
Coming up after the break, Kentucky State Police took a break to welcome ghouls and goblins to Post 9 last night. We'll take you to their trunk or treat when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford. The Appalachian Athletic Conference has released its preseason men's basketball poll, and the University of Pikeville sits right where it finished last year at the top. The defending regular season champions were picked to repeat, earning 8 of 11 first-place votes from league coaches. Johnson University came in second with 3 number 1 votes, while Columbia International placed third. Milligan and Montreat rounded out the top 5. U-Pike is coming off a strong 25-7 season that included a 16-4 record in conference play and a trip to the second round of the NAIA tournament. The Bears are led by returning AAC Player of the Year Bradley Bunch, a 6'6" senior from Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Bunch averaged 18.7 points and 9.7 rebounds a game last year while shooting over 50% from the floor and 42% from beyond the arc. He also anchored the Bears defensively, earning all defensive team honors with 28 steals, 26 blocks, and 8 defensive boards per game. Senior guard L.A. Walker is back after averaging more than 15 points per contest, and Pikeville native Keon Warricks returns to run the offense. Warricks posted 9.8 points and 4.1 assists a game last season and led the team with 44 steals. Sophomore Jalen Ridgden, a member of last year's all-freshman team, also returns after hitting 40% from deep and nearly 90% from the free throw line. U-Pike opens its 25-26 campaign November 4th on the road at WVU Tech before returning home November 12th to host Bluefield University in AAC action. Meanwhile, Kentucky guard Otega Owe has been named a CBS Sports preseason second-team All-American. After leading the Wildcats in scoring last season, Owe averaged just over 16 points per game and led the team in steals, while also earning All-SEC and NABC All-District honors. He's been selected as the SEC Preseason Player of the Year, and fans will get their first look at him and the Cats during exhibition games later this month before the regular season tips off November 4th against Nichols inside Rupp Arena. With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
It's fall, y'all, and are you ready to fall into some incredible savings with the region's best network, Appalachian Wireless? Come shop the latest devices at prices you'll love and see how our team can better serve you with plans and promotions that are made just for you. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just looking for the best service, Appalachian Wireless has you covered. So what are you waiting for? Visit us on the web or stop by one of our many retail locations and take advantage of these amazing fall deals. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Kentucky State Police Post 9 welcomed the largest crowd ever for their annual Trunk or Treat event last night. Nick spoke with the police about how the event is not only a lot of fun, but also keeps troopers connected to their community.
Kentucky State Police Post 9 hosted their annual Trunk or Treat with more community partners and participants than before. Parents and their kids got to meet with troopers as they were given candy and other treats. Public Information Officer Michael Coleman says it's a community event truly meant for everyone.
This is our 4th annual Trunk or Treat. We started out the first year. We had a good crowd of kids, but, we had a few vendors, but the parking lot wouldn't look like it is right now. And, I'm just like you. When I came out today and seen everybody setting up and how many people showed up, it really amazed me. And we call a lot of things that we have, car shows, whatever, a community event. This is truly a community event. There's many vendors from the community here. Even if you couldn't be here, like Walmart and South Memphis, Walmart and Pikeville, they all donated candy or money to buy candy. And so, it truly took the entire community to come together to make sure that it was this big of a turnout so that these kids could have a safe and fun and enjoyable time here.
With the number of people growing more each year, Coleman says KSP may consider relocating to accommodate. Despite this, troopers are glad to see so many people attending.
So you're seeing troopers at non-traffic stops or anything like that. We're out here handing out candy, they're giving out stickers, talking to the kids, interacting with them. And it's just a time that they all can come here, like you said, be able to see troopers in a different light. But it's definitely a huge event. We've got food trucks here, many vendors from different banks, different departments, different businesses have come out and done this for us. And like you said, other than Shop with the Troopers, this is one of our biggest events. A lot of our other events like fundraisers, like car shows, golf scrambles, are more geared towards adults to be able to fundraise and make money for events like this.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Robin Tillman for Mountaintop News.